We now know how the road to the knockout cards are going to upgrade. We also now know how the market is kind of reacting. So in today's video, we are going to be going over some last minute investments you can make, going over what our market predictions will be for the weekend and heading into next week's UCL games, as well as just talking about when to buy, sell, and all that good stuff you guys want to know. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up. Let's aim for 35 likes on this video. And of course, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. Let's get into it. So over here on Footbin, we have pulled up the daily graph or the hourly graph right now for the market. And as you guys can see at the 6 p.m. period, again, we saw the market kind of dip down again, and now it's sitting lower than it was yesterday when we first heard about the promo coming out. As you guys can see by the daily graph, we kind of ended on a 67 note, and now we're sitting at 66.48. Now these indicators, they really don't matter too much, but just kind of shows how the general market's moving, and it's downwards still. And again, it's kind of the same cards. The low tier cards are continuing to get panic sold and killed, and some of the metas as well have kind of just been kind of flat, I guess. And I think this is going to continue into the promo tomorrow. Now, if you guys didn't watch yesterday's video, I do recommend. We're not going to talk too much about what I mentioned yesterday because I want to obviously keep this content fresh. But today we did find out, of course, that we have the new upgrade system. Essentially, what's going to happen is an upgrade happens to those road to the knockout cards if they, one, advance into the next round of the Champions League, getting into the knockout stage. And two, if they win 3 out of their 4 potential group stage matches. Now, of course, we don't know any of the players just yet, but looking at the table, there's a few teams that probably do look a little bit likely to do this. And honestly, it could be PSG or Man City. Of course, they only have to play each other one more time, so probably they'll beat the other 2 teams, but I would likely see that happen. I wouldn't really put any money on any of these teams to do. It's very risky, but potentially you could see Atletico Madrid or Liverpool pull that off. In these groups, probably Dortmund or Ajax would hit that second point. We have Sheriff, Real Madrid, and Inter. I wouldn't choose anyone from this group either. But Bayern Munich, they seem very strong in their group. That'll probably be one where they win 3 out of their last 4 group stage matches. And I mean, even this group is kind of a toss-up. Maybe just Juventus and Chelsea would be the other choice, but there's not really a whole lot. So that second upgrade is going to be crucial to see. Any of those players that get that could be a huge boost. Now, of course, we don't have any info yet on who the players are, what we're going to be seeing, but we do know how they're going to upgrade now. And yes, they're very similar to the road to the finals last year, and the cards that do get to the knockout stage will probably just turn into road to the final cards anyways. So let's kind of turn our head to the market. What's going to happen today, tonight, into tomorrow? That's really all we're going to talk about now. And well, quite frankly, I think we're going to see the market kind of go down. Of course, we're going to get supply tomorrow with promo packs at about 6 p.m. UK. And we'll probably see a panic buying window during that 6 to 8 p.m. UK window. And that's when I'm saying you guys should be buying stuff, is during that window, whether it's for your teams or it's for your, investments and flips and stuff like that. Now, before we get into any specific players, I want to talk about the team of the week. I've had a few questions. Guys, I wouldn't really touch any of these cards until Saturday or Sunday. We're going to be seeing a lot of supply come out, this weekend with champ rewards, new promos, so promo packs, whatever SBC little rewards that we get. So you guys are going to see a lot of supply come in on these cards. So I would avoid any of those team of the week cards until we get closer to that weekend period, and then picking them up will probably be a good shout for any investments, but we'll talk about that this weekend too, so don't worry about that. Now, any of the out of pack informs, of course, that aren't in the current team of the week, which there are a few that are very popular. Phil Foden is a really popular one right now for some reason. What we're likely going to see during our little 6 p.m. window tomorrow is going to be a bit of panic, and when that panic comes, picking up any cards that are out of packs is going to be a really good shout, like Mo Salah from team of the week 1, like Phil Foden here, like Inform Suarez, Inform Barea. Those cards are going to be very good to pick up during the panic window. And I do recommend, probably if you're looking to trade and flip, buying during that time, and you could sell in the Friday boom. Why will the market go up, Spice? I don't understand. If it's supposed to drop with all the supply, why would it go up at night? And quite simply, it's because what we're going to see is a lot of people panic selling. Panic selling because they see new cards come into the game. but of course the new cards, and we'll actually go and take a look at some of the FIFA 21 prices of the Road to the Final. Those cards come in very, very expensive, regardless of rating, especially on the first day. On the first day, every promo card that we get usually ends up being ridiculously expensive. So what tends to happen is little Timmy goes and sells all his team and stuff, and what ends up happening is his players that he was looking to buy for Road to the Final end up being way too expensive for him. So what he'll go and do is buy back his team or go buy a new team that's way more affordable, and that's why cards that, you know, are out of packs that don't have any supply and start getting bought, like Phil Foden, for example, a very popular player, they go up in price because so many people are just throwing them in the team. They couldn't afford, you know, whatever. And last year we saw these Road to the Finals, they opened up expensive. Mo Salah was 1.5 mil. For at the time being, he was like a 91, I think it was, around there. And looking at a card that, you know, wasn't super expensive, like Julian Brandt, for example, you know, he was sitting at like 200k or so, which, you know, for an 89 rated, or at the time, whatever he was rated, 86, I think it was, you know, that is a very, you know, high price on him. Now, Brandt might be a little bit different because yeah, there's actually like the little glitch with him. I don't know if you guys remember. But yeah, Zakaria, for example, you know, even him being at, I think he stayed like 85 or whatever it was. He didn't really upgrade much. I mean, he was 250k as well, which is expensive for an 85 rated player, especially in this market right now that we're seeing, where there's such a huge gap between the like low to mid tier cards and then the high tier cards. So what about the gold cards? Well, there's two different types of gold cards. There's going to be those low tier cards, those low end metas, like Lacroix, like Ben Yedder. And what's going to happen, and why I recommended you guys buy during the supply time, is these cards are going to get heavily supplied during that pack time. So a lot of people are going to be packing them and selling, and that's going to cause the price to go down on these cards, especially like Lacroix, Ben Yedder. Especially Lacroix because he's 79 rated. And with that, his price, let's say, for example, this is hypothetical, it might not happen, but let's say on Xbox he drops down to 12k during like 7 p.m. UK during our buy window. We can look to buy some at 12k because what will likely happen is people will still buy him. He's still very good in game, and he might rebound up to say like 15k. So that's why I said you guys should probably hold off buying until that 6 to 8 p.m. UK window time, and you guys can look to kind of do a short flip or use them for your team and sell. Now, I am recommending that you guys be careful with your teams this weekend. Kind of just a side note, we are probably going to see those UCL blue base cards come out. We had a video come out earlier today, so check it out if you haven't, but I'd imagine those are going to come out next week, which could cause a little bit of panic on the gold cards. But again, just another example, Ben Yedder, for example, he is another card that, you know, is very high in price right now, and I do like him. I think in game he's really good. I think a lot of people are figuring out that that 5-star weak foot is huge this FIFA, and he does have some links that are up in price too, so he is a little inflated. What's going to happen is supply is going to kind of reset his price a bit. He's going to dip down quite a bit tomorrow, and what will happen is once you find that bottom, you know, around 7-8 p.m. UK, you can look to buy, and he'll probably rebound up like half of whatever his price drops to. You know, he won't be 37k again on PlayStation, but, you know, maybe he drops down to 25k and then rebounds back up to like 29, 30k for a little, you know, 3-4k per card flip. Now, moving up into like that mid-tier meta kind of range, like Mo Salah, for example, these cards I don't think are going to get affected really too much. And the reason why I say that is some of these cards, like Salah, Mane, some of these cards that are 100k plus, Pogba, Rashford, like these cards aren't going to be packed too much. I don't think they get really, there's not going to be too much panic as far as they go. So with a card like these, you know, they might go down like 10k, which isn't a lot, and then they'll just rebound up. I really wouldn't trade with these cards. I just don't think they're going to be super profitable. I don't think the gold cards will move too much. Definitely would rather just stick to the special cards during that window. But, you know, I know some people have been asking, and the same kind of goes with Neymar, Ronaldo. We talked about it in yesterday's video. Those cards aren't going to get affected too much, and I doubt it. Same with icons and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's really all there is to it. The market has kind of gone how we predicted it. I know it's not a whole lot of new information from yesterday's video into this, but I did kind of want to just reiterate the plan going in, what I really am looking at and what I'm enjoying, as well as to stay away from the Team of the Weeks. We found out how these road to the knockout rounds are going to work now, which is good. It's going to be fun. There are going to be a lot of good cards, but, you know, I would stay away from the road to the knockouts. I really just look at special cards that are out of packs or any of the high-end icons tomorrow. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and until next time, peace.